Hello, thank you guys for returning back to my channel. I hope you all enjoy this. It's just going to be a continuation of my life. So this is going to be my teenage years. Here we go. So my freshman year, I had to attend a school that it was a charter school, so it required uniforms. It also required you to always have a C plus or higher in classes, or else you don't graduate. And the rules were a lot stricter. So these three things I was not fond of. At this age, I did not take authority well all through high school, probably until I was about 22. I did not take authority well, especially teachers. I did not care. I didn't care if I lipped off. I was the class clown. I was being funny, you know. So that was me freshman year, you know, class clown type, happy, giggly. Hated the school though. Didn't like a lot of people there, but I also had my first boyfriend who went to school with me there. So I was all into that. You know, I didn't need friends because I had a boyfriend. No, I had a lot of friends there, but so I stayed pretty calm during that time. Sophomore year halfway through, I switched to a public school. I'd never been to public school in my life before. So this meant less rules, no more uniform, and just much more things that I'm going to be used to, you know, kids that I actually like. Well, that's what I thought. Well, going there, I met a lot of interesting people. A lot of people who liked to do things that I necessarily hadn't really done, but I was very curious of, such as smoking marijuana. So that was one of the first things I really hopped on when I got to public school. I had a girlfriend who had me skip school with her one day, and she taught me how to smoke out of an apple. And I was smoking ever since, you know. I had been smoking ever since. So that's pretty much freshman year. Sophomore year, I pretty much stuck with just the weed. But it was heavy weed use, it was. And I got, you know, my parents would be able to smell it on me. I would smoke in my car and they would smell it in my car, and I'd always be in trouble for it. So junior year, this is the year where I had a lot of confidence. No, I wouldn't say confidence. I'd say I had a big ego and too much confidence. I was very cocky. I thought I was popular. I thought I knew what I was doing in the school. I thought I ruled the school. And that's not a good attitude to have. It really isn't, because then you attract the same type of people. And I don't want to be around those type of people, but that's who I'm going to attract if I act that way. So that's the crowd that I fell into. They were smoking weed still. They were doing mushrooms. They were doing all these things. They were, using needles. They were using all sorts of substances. So I was offered Zantac. Yeah, right. That's a heartburn medication. Xanax. I was offered Xanax, which I knew would help my anxiety. Didn't really necessarily know it was gonna mess me up, but it did, and that was my favorite. I loved it. Over the Norco, over the weed high, I really enjoyed the Xanax high. For those of you who don't know, Xanax is a benzodiazepine, which responds to nerves, anxiety. It's an anxiety medication, and it is considered a narcotic. So I got really into those. I was buying those very frequently. I was buying them for parties. We were doing them with friends. We were doing a lot of them. A lot of times I would wake up in a bed, literal blanket bed that my friends made for me, in the back of my car, and they're driving. And I would wake up because I would be so dang messed up from that Xanax. I remember that's happened a few times. Actually, one time I lost my keys downstate when we were living up here. I lost my keys downstate, and my fiance at the time had to come bring them down to me, or my separate pair down to me, because I could not find those keys, and I blame that very much so on drug use. You just do dumb things, and what we were doing was so dangerous with that Xanax. It was so dangerous. not just for our bodies, but we could have done something to get us arrested. We could have gotten pulled over. We were doing very stupid things, and we are lucky that we did not get caught, because a lot of people do, and it's scary. So next, well, okay, let's think about the summer after junior year. Summer after junior year, mom and dad are fed the F up with me. They are done. They're mad that I'm smoking weed and that I'm lying about it and that I'm keeping it in my car and keeping it in my room and smoking in my room, blah, 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 blah. You know, and then they find out other things, and sorry, my dad was right here by the door. So I don't really remember where I was, but anyway. Oh yeah, junior year summer before senior year. Parents were fed up with me, didn't like me smoking, didn't want me smoking, because I was doing it while driving, I was doing it in the car. I just did so many things that I could have gotten so much trouble for, and I'm so blessed and lucky to this day that I did not get in trouble for it. So that summer, my parents decided that I was way too out of control, and that going back to that public school probably wasn't the best idea for me for the next year. So what ended up happening is I did a little bit of homeschooling, for a summer school for the summer to try to catch up on my classes that I had missed, and I did pretty good on that. But my parents were still like, no, this isn't good enough. We are moving you to the UP. And I was PO'd. I was so mad. They took me kicking and screaming. I was so mad. I was like, there's nothing to do there. I'm not gonna make friends, you know, just drama queen stuff that like it totally doesn't even matter now. But yeah, so I just remember, you know, so they were like, yeah, you're going to Brimley. So I remember my first day at Brimley. Well, it was a couple of days before school started. They gave me a tour. Actually, shout out to Lauren Helmerson. She's the one who gave me the tour. Her and her mama, Foxy Roxy. They gave me the tour of the school, so I appreciate that, guys. And I felt a lot better. It was small, and I was like, okay, I can do this. I can be around this. I think being in a public school for a year and a half caused me to be manic a lot because I was following the energy that other people were leading. And that's what I do. I follow energy. I feel like people's energy, and I think I was just going, like not even thinking about it. So senior year came, and I finally go to Brimley School, you know, and it was fine, you know, it was school. A couple teachers I didn't like, a couple subjects I didn't like. I guess I decided that I didn't like them enough to start skipping. So me and a couple girls would start skipping, and we'd go out to smoke. We'd come back to school smelling like pot, like horrible. Like, we didn't care though. We did not care. At this time, I was sneaking Xanax, and, you know, Xanax and low pain pills like Norcos and stuff from people I was buying at this time. But, my friends did not know, and they probably still don't know until they watch this, actually. Yes, I was buying at that time. So that kind of concludes my high school years. In the next video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my early 20s. I'm going to be 25 in a little under a month, so I'm going to tell you about a little bit about my 20s, and then we're going to get my ex-fiance in here, and he is going to spill the tea, okay? We're going to talk to him about what it was like to be engaged to an addict, what it was like to watch me go down that hole. So I really hope you guys tune in to see that. It's going to be a good one. So I will talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.